Have you ever wondered why do we have black and white keys on a piano? Why don't we only have white keys across a piano keyboard? Well, stick around to find out why. While this sounds like a simple question, the answer is not so simple to people who don't play the instrument. So I'm gonna give you the simplest answer that everyone can understand. The simple answer is that if you have all white keys, it'll be impossible to find a particular note. Take a moment and imagine a piano that has nothing but white keys. Could you tell me which note was A, B, or C? It's pretty hard, right? You'll have to go from the bottom of the keys and play all the way up. If all keys on a piano were white keys sitting next to each other, they would all feel and look the same. And that would make it very difficult to learn and play the piano. That's where the black keys come into play. Visually, the black keys give you an idea of which note is where. By making the black keys skinnier and shorter, the pianist develops a feel for the location of the notes. The pattern layout is made up of 7 white keys and 5 black keys. The same pattern is then repeated a few times, depending on the size of the piano. And before we talk about why black and white were chosen as colors instead of other colors, don't forget to leave a like or comment. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm as a lot of time goes into making these videos. Now you might be wondering, why black and white keys? Couldn't we just choose red, orange, or green? And you'd be right. In principle, we could. We can paint the keys with any color that you want. I mean, black and white keys are kind of boring, right? Well, here's the thing. Historically, piano keys were made from 2 materials, ivory and ebony. The white keys were made of ivory, so that was their natural color. The black keys were made of ebony or dark wood, so that was their natural color. Usually, the longer keys were played more often than the shorter keys, so they were covered with a layer of ivory, as it's a very heavy-duty material. The shorter keys were not played as much, therefore they were often made from simple dark wood. Visually, it's much easier to see the keys when they're colored this way, because black and white are perfect contrasts. As a pianist, the less you have to worry about the piano keys, the better. These days, most piano keys are made from some sort of plastic as it's affordable, durable, and easy to make. It's also way less controversial than using ivory because, you know, elephants. And by the way, did you know that at one point the key colors were reversed? Yep, the white keys were black and the black keys were white. So why exactly do we switch the colors of those keys to what we have today? Well, it was just too hard to see as the black keys ended up blending with one another. The little dark space between the keys is really hard to see, so it was much easier to make mistakes on those instruments. On a modern piano, the gap between the white keys is much easier to see. You can easily see the dark line between each white key. That makes it easier to tell the keys apart. So what do you think about the evolution of pianos? Personally, the piano really fascinates me, as it's something I've attempted to learn but never quite mastered. Let me know in the comment section below, but be nice to each other, and if you like these kinds of video, make sure you check out the rest of the channel as well.